Out so many of these awesome reggae grooves, let's get into some fills, one of my favorite parts. So this fill is one of my favorite fills to play. Let me show you first. So for this fill, beat 1 has nothing. And then you do a drag on beat 3, and then a floor tom or any tom that you want on beat 4. Along with having this as a fill, you can use it to start off any song. I love to do it. 1, 2, 3. But if you're counting it as it's written, you would go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this groove that I'm playing with the fill is that I'm playing my hi-hats on quarters and I'm accenting every 2 and 4 on the hi-hat. Let's try this out at 120. Let's take this up and try it at 150. Number 2. It's going to be very similar to the first one, except we're going to bring in a triplet. Nothing on beat 1, and you're going to have an 8th note triplet on beat 2. And then 2 quarters on the toms. You can play the triplet in many different ways. Let's have fun with the sticking. I'll play it first and then I will explain. I did 2 things there. I did right, left, and I accented that left, and then I hit the floor tom. That's one option, and option 2 is have a double stroke and then a single stroke. Right, left, and then right. So you're really playing around with the accent. This is the first one, and second one. Let's try this at 120 BPM. One thing that I find playing this genre, when I'm hitting my rim shots, I'm really digging into it and really playing on the edge of it. Something to keep in mind. Let's take it up to 150 BPM. Number 3. Let's change it up a little bit. I'll play it and then I'll get right into it. Now the pattern on the tom, I personally don't like saying it's swung, it's straight, it's like this. It's really a feeling thing. And the thing with reggae, there's a lot of waviness and this laid back vibe. So when I do a fill, especially this one, I like to bring it back just a little bit. Let's try it at 120 BPM. All right, let's take it up to 150 BPM. Let's have fun with the orchestration. Let's try being really down center straight with the grid, but then kind of having some waviness, maybe a little bit of laid back. When you're playing your last quarter, when it's on the snare and the cymbal, feel free to either do it like that with your right hand on the cymbal or left hand on the cymbal. Feel it out and see what works for you. So let's try this at 150 BPM. Exercise number 4. Oh man, this is a very greasy fill. We're going to play a quarter note triplet, which is going to take over 2 beats. Now on beat 3, you can play a kick, you can leave it open. I'll try both. I love that space, so maybe I'll leave it open. And then on beat 4, you slam that crash and snare. Let's try it at 120 BPM. On beat 3, you can have the kick or you can hit the snare. As long as on beat 4, you are hitting a crash cymbal. Let's take this up to 150 BPM. I was having fun with the sticking, leading with the right, leading with the left, changing over the toms, some orchestration stuff. Also to keep in mind that when I lead into the fill, you can either complete the previous bar or you can leave beat 4 empty. I'll give you an example. Leave some space. Have fun with it. Fill number 5. Let me play it for you first. You can have lots of fun with this one, as I am having right now. You can either play the last hi-hat on the end of 4 alone open, or hit it with the snare. Have fun orchestrating it. Also, from my preference, when I do that, especially on the snare and the hi-hat on the end of 4, I love to leave beat 1 empty and then come in on beat 2. Let's try this at 120 BPM. So as you saw there, I came in on beat 2 after the fill, or I came back in on the end of 1. Totally up to you. Let's take it up to 150 BPM. Your assignment is to go through all of the 5 exercises that we went through. Work it with straight subdivisions, work it through swung subdivisions, and everything in between. I really find with this genre, amongst many other genres, it's hard to really have a definition if it's straight, if it's swung, if it has to be this way or that way. There's everything in between. That's why listening to the music, really replicating and copying what the drummer is doing on the records, and then making it your own is so important. Have fun.